Welcome to another video from East Beds Bushcraft, the home of #survival.
Greetings bushcrafters and survivalists, it's Buzz here. Yes, why am I holding a gun? It's a BB gun. In fact, I have been doing a bit of plinking lately. I like getting my air rifles out and my air pistols and doing a bit of plinking. I treated myself to a new CO2 gas-fired NAC 1702, which is a replica of what the French and Colombian police use. It's got a full metal carriage and right weight textured grip, runs off CO2 gas bottles and fires 177 or 4.5mm BBs. And to be honest with you, it's a really fun bit of kit. I've really enjoyed this. Pretty accurate, and the CO2 canisters last for quite a while. It fires around 21 BBs, so 21 BBs in its mag, and yeah, nice bit of kit. So I've been having fun since my last noodle video anyway, enjoying myself with a bit of plinking. So I'm sure you bushcrafters and survivalists out there enjoy a little bit of plinking, or a little bit of target shooting as it's known. Or maybe if you're in a different country or whatever, or if you're a gamekeeper, you might like to do a bit of hunting or pest control. Not with one of those though, because that's just designed for plinking. Anyway, back to the business. It's noodles time. Let's get the old cooker going. Right, I've already put the water in the Crusader cup, yeah? So what have we got? We have got NEOGURI ramen, and these are seafood and mild. It says seafood and mild, and you know me, I love my seafood. Now it's been a while since I've done a noodle video, and do you know why? Really would you like to know? Probably not, but I'm going to tell you anyway. It's pretty obvious. It's been so hot. Okay, so here in the UK we have been suffering from heat wave, and we're terrible in the UK. Everybody talks about the weather incessantly, all the time, all the year long. The weather's too hot, the weather's too cold. For me, weather's never too cold, but it certainly gets too hot. You just look at my arms, see the colour difference. I don't like the sun. Being a bit gingery, I do not like the sun, and I find especially the temperatures we've been hitting lately, which have been sort of plus 30, I just can't do anything. It's just debilitating. Is that the word? I'll just get my teeth in. Debilitating. That's it. Debilitating. Got it right. Anyway, noodle time. It's just been so hot. Coming into the storatorium to do noodle reviews, I haven't even felt like eating noodles. Although I have got an interesting packet of noodles to do with good old Chaz, my fellow bushcrafter and survivalist and prepper. He got some which we're going to have to do a review on shortly, which is some cold noodles. How about that? Interesting. So actually Chaz has said he wants to come in, so I'll get you in, Chaz, and we can do a double up on that. But today it's this mild seafood. The picture on the front promises a lot, but it's very basic instructions. So let's have a look. Add noodles and contents of the sachets to 550 millilitres of boiling water. Well, I've already got that in there, and cook for 5 minutes. Serve well and stir and serve well. Doing really well, my teeth. Probably the heat, because it's still hot today. I mean, we actually had, this is the first time in weeks, we had a tiny bit of rain overnight. Really didn't add up to a hill of beans, but the promise of rain is really nice. Again, as I say, we're in a heat wave, and all the way across the country, hosepipe bans. Yeah, not good, but that's part of the thing. Talking about that, you know, part of the prepping while the water's still coming up to boil. I really need to improve my guttering on my outbuildings and to get more water butts in for exactly that reason. Get more water. And to be honest with you, we own a little plot of land, and in the deeds, I believe, I need to check, but I did once before, we are allowed water extraction if we want to put a well in, and that's not such a difficult thing to do, because you can get these, I don't know quite the name for them, but it's like a a spiked well pipe. It's a pipe that you basically hammer down and keep adding a bit of pipe, hammer it down until you get to the water table, and then it has like a filter in the bottom of it to let the water in, and there you go. So who knows, maybe we can go along that way as part of our push to going self-sufficient and getting off grid, because obviously I've got the solar that we're getting in soon. I've already got the solar on this little storatorium for the lighting, but I'm looking to get my other places off grid as well on the solar. Right, so here we are. This cost me, if I recall, £2. It was a £2 packet noodle. Water's coming up with the boil, so I better stop gibbering. What do we get for our £2? A very large cake full of noodles. Yeah, I've done that wrong. I've done that wrong, Buzz. Because it's so big, it's not going to fit in my Crusader cup. So I'm going to do that horrible thing and snap it in two. Always do it in the packet, because then any little bits you break off don't get wasted. Because you can tip them in and they haven't gone on the floor. There you go. Right. Still a bit more in there. These are quite fat noodles, to be honest with you. But then it also says add... Crikey, that wants to boil over already. Right, it says add the spice and seasoning sachets to it. See if I can bring that down before we boil over. There we go. Right, I've got to get this on, because I haven't got a timer on this yet. Come on. Right. Those noodles are already getting a pounding before I even got the seasoning in there. Right, that's the seasoning. Again, she wants to boil over, turn the heating down. So that's seasoning, and that's, ooh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Do you know, I'm going to take a photograph of that. Can't believe what I just put in there. I'm going to pump I'm going to stick a photograph up in the video. He says, come on, what are we doing? All going wrong today. Right, thank you. Boom, I'm going to stick a picture up. Right, let's get this back on. Turn it down. Right, we need to get a 5 minute timer on this. Timer, and go. Right. Okay, so noodles are in, seasoning is in. But it's strange what looks like. I don't know what they're meant to be, are they? They actually look like, they're like this. I don't know, what is that? Is that a cat? Is that meant to be a cat? Is that meant to be a, I don't know. What do you think that is on the front of the packet? But they're kind of like little faces with eyes and ears. How strange. Smells nice. Right. And it has plenty of green. So let's get a little bit more gas on it. Get it on a rolling boil. Right. So, rubbish. That's looking cool. Right. As I say, we don't like loads of rubbish. And this one isn't a load of rubbish as far as packing is concerned. It's all fun, isn't it? Do you know, I've missed doing the old noodle reviews, because I do enjoy my noodles, but not in the hot weather. So packaging is down to minimal. 5 minutes on that. Let's zoom it forwards, and when they're ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, I haven't heard the wise old noodle owl for quite some time. Thank you, wise old noodle owl. I'm talking about wise old noodle owl. Look, if I reach over here, look, I have a wise old noodle owl. In fact, My son Zach gave me that. He said, "Yeah, Dad, you can stick that in the storatorium as the wise old noodle owl." So I have. It's there. Anyway, let's turn this off. There we go. So it's had its 5 minutes, and we have been stirring it while cooking. So if I've got these at camp, so far that's pretty straightforward. Very easily done. So literally 550 millilitres of water on the boil, stick everything in it, cook it for 5 minutes, stir and serve. So that is pretty much ready. By the way, have you watched my latest, or shall I say mine and Tina's latest canoe video on the Great Ooze? If you haven't, you should go and watch it, because we found this absolutely fantastic stretch of the Great Ooze that was just, the clarity of the water was superb. I know the clarity can change depending on if we have rain or not, but we haven't had rain for ages, as I've already mentioned, and it was just such a nice paddle. So if you haven't seen it, go and check it out, because what we're trying to do with our videos when it comes to the canoeing, which not criticising other people's, but you can sometimes see some nice canoe videos and you go, okay, they've obviously got their canoe in the water and they're canoeing and this river looks really nice, but I don't know where they park their car, I don't know where they access the river, I don't know if there are any other portages on the way or anything else. It's really annoying, because you think, I want to go there, and then you have to go and Google map it and see if you can find out things, extra things. So what we're trying to do in our videos is to give you the full gambit, so you know exactly where to go, where you can park safely, where you can leave your car, where you can access the river, portage points, everything like that. So anyway, there you go. I'm selling my own videos now. Right, noodles. I'm already noticing something really bizarre in here. It's stuck to, so there's one stuck to the spork. Look, I don't know if the camera can see this. It's a strange little face. I don't know what these are. A pussycat? Maybe it's a possum. That's really weird. There's a fly just coming because I've got the door open. That's kind of weird, because it's like bugger off, fly. Do you want to be on film as well, fly? Go on, out. I know, never work with children and animals. Right, so these strange faces, let me see if I can get another one out. They look very artificial. I do not know quite what they are made of, but they've got, considering this is seafood, they've got kind of a fish stick flavour. Do you like fish sticks? I do. Actually, that's not bad. They actually, for the lack of, I don't think there's any prawns in here, but actually that adds a little bit of seafood meat to it, these strange faces. Anyway, that's a precursor to eating the whole noodles. Now, these are big fat noodles, these ones, and I've got a heap load of noodle soup in here. Also, the other thing that I've got in here, you can see on camera, is loads of green cabbage, which has really swollen up from being dehydrated. I like that. It's nice. Right, okay. Do you know, it really does smell like seafood? I know some of you don't like seafood, alright? But I do. Yeah, actually, so it's got the smell. Interesting. Right. Okay, well, I'm going to fast forward through me munching through these because they're red hot. And it's a hot day still outside. What's the temperature in here? Oh, temperature in here is 28 degrees. There you go. I'm having a look at the thermometer. Just the kind of temperature you want to be eating hot noodles in. Not really. Anyway, let's tuck in and let's see what this noodle review brings by the end of it. Well, yeah, I'm pretty impressed with those. Mild seafood, spot on. It tasted not prawny, but as I say, it tasted kind of a bit like bouillabaisse, maybe you know, let's say those Hello Kitty faces or whatever they were in there. Tasted like some kind of factory made fish stick, but they weren't unpleasant. So the NEOGURI mild seafood, yeah, not bad. I think they'd make the noodles were very thick, and I wasn't sure about them at the beginning, but it give you a good helping, so it was a good bellyful for a lunch break if you're out there and you want to have a packet of these in your backpack. But I'd be tempted to probably add something to them, and yeah, they're great on their own. And I had some big old bits of dehydrated cabbage. I mean, normally you get like tiny little bits of green in the noodles, but you know, some of these were like, you know, you could pull them out right on them though. Yeah, they were nice big chunks, and you could bite them and you could taste them, which was a great bonus. And I think for £2 that's really nice. I say about I might add something to this. Sure, at camp, if I've maybe caught some crayfish, that would make a really nice base to chuck some crayfish tails in, and crayfish claws after cooking the crayfish, obviously. I have got videos on that, go and have a look. Yeah, so a nice handful of crayfish in there, and that as a base soup would be really nice. I think it was nice that it was mild for a change and not ruined by being over spicy, so you can actually taste the seafood flavour. So I think for £2, those particular noodles are gonna get a good, I say, I'm not quite sure on the noodles. They were nice, fat, maybe on the I don't want to use slimy side because that sounds awful, but they were biteable. I think that knocks a couple off. Lovely clean cup, just a quick rinse. 8, yep, that's it, that's my decision. You got 8 out of 10 for those. So there you go, it's the end of days. World climate has gone crazy. You know, we're living in the aftermath of the apocalypse. Would I be happy to have some of those noodles while I'm sitting on the hillside watching civilization burn? Yeah, I'll be happy. Would I share them? Hopefully not, because if I do meet any other survivors, there might be some of you guys out there who say, I don't like seafood, and then I'll be fine because I'll eat all the seafood. Job done. Hey, yeah, so if you fancy taking a packet of these to camp, or just sticking stuff in some of your stores, go for it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Of course, buy some, try some, let me know. You might be disappointed. You might be one of those people that's not a keen seafood person, but you might find the Hello Kitty faces in it change your mind altogether. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to yet another noodle review. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next one.
Thank you for watching. Please like and share this video and subscribe to the East Beds Bushcraft channel. See you all again soon.